Hey everyone, and welcome back to Elden Ring. We are here in Liurnia of the Lakes, and we are going to start by heading back to, I haven't even nested there yet, so let's go ahead and go back to the Roundtable Hold, finish up the conversations that we had started there, and then there's a couple of things that we will do before we end the episode. I don't know how long the dialogue is going to take here, so let's just go ahead and get started with that. I don't think Corin has anything new to say, but let's go ahead and talk to him.
You appear to be doing well. Very good. Well then, would you like to learn an incantation?
Okay, so we have that, I think it was the Godskin prayer book that we can give to him. But again, just kind of like the scrolls and the other spell books, I'm planning to hold on to those. There is a character a little bit of a way into Liurnia that we can give these to, and I would prefer to hold off, and I'll give my reasoning for that later. So let's take a look at what he has. Still the same spells. If there's anything in here that you want to purchase, then by all means do that. Don't remember if rejection was in here before. The shockwave that pushes away foes. It might have been, but
May the golden
anyway.
order shine through you.
Anyway, he doesn't have anything new to say. Okay, let's just go ahead and make our rounds. So we'll just start down this pathway here. And let's go ahead and talk to Nefeli.
You again. I thought you'd receive a summons to the round table. Nefeli Lu. We met at Stormvale. I'm glad to see you here. I have something for you. I found it in Godric's grafting grounds. You defeated him. You should have it. Make good use of it. I don't intend to make a habit of scavenging corpses.
Oh, we got a new talisman called the Arsenal Charm.
Ah, yes. I wonder if you've met my foster father. He's in his study. The room Encher's guarding just over there. If you haven't already, I advise you introduce yourself. Father is leader of the Round Table. I'm sure talking to him will be worth your while. It's about time I headed off. I'll see you again, warrior, should the fates deign it. It's about time I headed off. I'll see you again, warrior, should the fates deign it.
Okay, so we got the Arsenal Charm. Let's take a quick look at that. So that is going to be a talisman that increases our maximum equip load. An iron charm that resembles a mass of weaponry. Boosts maximum equip load. This talisman was derived from an unusual greatsword once wielded by a hero hungry for vengeance. I think that is referring to the... Why can't I remember the name of that one now? This one. The Grafted Blade Greatsword. Because it talks about... Whoops. The massive weaponry derived from the unusual greatsword wielded by a hero hungry for vengeance. And the other one had the description using the word revenger. So that's kind of cool. And I mean, boosting equip load and having a massive sword like that, that's kind of cool. So let's go into the equipment really quickly and equip it. Just want to see, or actually you don't have to equip it, you just hover or go over it. So that increases our maximum equip load from 60 to 70, or 61 to 70. So it's like, what, 15%? I think. So that's pretty decent. I mean, if you're wanting to use heavier armor at this point in the game, then that could definitely be a helpful thing. Alright, so that's all that she has to say. I don't believe they have any new items yet. I just want to make sure that we had purchased everything in here. Yeah, we did. Okay. Alright, and she also mentioned that her foster father is in this room, and also gave us the name of this character is Insha. So Gideon Ofnir is Nefeli Lu's foster father.
You've received the wisdom of the two fingers, have you not? Then, just as promised, I bid you welcome. As a true member of the Round Table, I am known as Gideon Ofnir. As a tarnished who wishes to stand before the Elden Ring and become Elden Lord, I am accumulating knowledge. To be all-knowing. You now belong to a select group of fellows. As such, I ask that you remain constant. You'll be after more great runes now, eh? Then as your fellow, allow me to divulge a little knowledge. The inheritors of the great runes, the Shard Bearers. We of the Round Table know the location of 5 of them, including the one you defeated. Godric the Grafted, Lord of Stormvale. General Radahn, who fought Melania and her rot to a standstill in the Caelid Wilds. Praetor Rykard, Lord of the Volcano Manor of Mount Gelmir. Morgoth the Grace-Given, Veiled Monarch and Lord of Leyndell. And Renala, Queen of the Full Moon, ruler of Rhea Lucaria's Academy. You'll still be after more great runes, won't you?
Yes, we will. That is the plan. So he can tell us about Godric and the other rune bearers. So first of all, let's ask about Nefeli, and then we'll talk about the other ones.
I understand you've been speaking to Nefeli. She's my daughter. I took her in when she lost the guidance of grace. Though a mere axe-wielding barbarian, her youthful credulity suited my purposes. So I put her to work. Do not hesitate to employ her. Should her services benefit you, despite her looks, she is more than capable in the press of battle.
And let's go ahead and ask about Godric, even though we've already defeated him.
So, Godric the Grafted, Lord of Stormvale. Despite being the blood of Godfrey, first Elden Lord, he's a grotesque old fool grasping for power. His castle lies upon the cliff to Limgrave's northwest, but I suspect you know that well enough already.
About Radahn?
General Radahn, the famed Red Lion and Scourge of the Stars, is a ferocious warrior. He fought Melania and her rot to a standstill in the Caelid Wilds to Limgrave's east. And now Caelid has been engulfed by the Scarlet Rot. Even approaching the region is no mean feat. I've heard survivors of Radahn's army are still in the wilds, staving off the rot with fire. And if it's true, I suspect Radahn is still there as well, in Caelid. Though, I doubt he much resembles his former self anymore.
And about Rykard?
Praetor Rykard is the Lord of the Volcano Manor on Mount Gelmir. He is a ruthless justiciar who commands a company of inquisitors, reviled for his serpentine demeanor. The volcano, Mount Gelmir, lies in the west of the Altus Plateau, the realm of the Erd Tree. It was the stage of the most appalling battle in the entirety of the Shattering. Rykard has committed the grave sin of blasphemy, marking himself as an enemy never to be forgiven.
And then about Morgoth?
Morgoth the Grace-Given is Lord of Leyndell, the capital city. It lies at the foot of the Erd Tree, in the east of the Altus Plateau. But the Two Fingers forbid us from venturing there, until we've acquired enough great runes to repair the Elden Ring. Set your sights elsewhere for the time being. The Veiled Monarch can wait.
And finally, let's learn about Renala.
The Academy of Rhea Lucaria lies to Limgrave's north, towering over the mist-laden lands of Liurnia. Renala is queen of the Carian royals, who govern the Academy. But Renala herself is no demigod. Her beloved Radagon left her to become Queen Marika's second husband, taking the title of King Consort. The Great Rune dwells within the amber egg that was Radigan's gift to her.
Alright, so that was a lot of information about a lot of people and a lot of places. So we will be hearing much more about all of them and going to all of the locations that they are located. Obviously, they are all rune bearers, so we need to collect their runes so that we can reassemble the Elden Ring and then be able to enter the capital of Leyndell, I think was how he worded it. So, I don't believe D has anything else to say yet.
Hello there. What can I do for you?
No, not yet. So he still has those same incantations that you can purchase if you want. Up here, let's go ahead and talk to Sorcerer Roger. He has quite a bit to say.
Ah, we meet again after all. I apologize for any offense given by my bearing, but I'm quite unable to move, you see. So, what do you need?
So we can still learn skills from him. They're the same ones that he had before. Let's go ahead and let him know that we defeated Godric.
Ah, you defeated Godric and claimed yourself a great rune. Looks like we both got what we wanted out of Stormvale, didn't we? Well done, friend. Something to mark the occasion. Go on, take it.
Okay, and we got Roger's Rapier, +8. So that's really good.
As you might have guessed, I still can't move. My fighting days are behind me. No need to be polite. I've no use for it anymore.
Okay, so, wow, that's really cool. A +8 weapon. We'll take a look at that description in a little bit. Let's ask him about the corpse under Stormvale.
The misshapen corpse under Stormvale. That is a sacred relic of the Black Knives plot, as that famed night of assassination is known. It happened during the golden age of the Erd Tree, long before the shattering of the Elden Ring. Someone stole a fragment of the Rune of Death from Malekith, the Black Blade, and on a bitter night, murdered Godwyn the Golden. That was the first recorded death of a demigod in all history, and it became the catalyst. Soon, the Elden Ring was smashed, and thus sprang forth the war known as the Shattering. I once wished to become a scholar, you see. I've spent many an hour scouring the archives for knowledge of that fateful plot. The world has grown crooked, and if you intend to put it to rights, you'd better understand what happened to make it this way. And that thing is to blame for the shape I'm in now. I urge the utmost caution. Don't disturb the corpse more than necessary.
That is a lot of information, and it's kind of difficult to process all of it all at once, so I'm sure that we'll learn more as we go. Now let's ask about D.
Ah, so you've met D. D is an old friend. We found ourselves journeying together for a time, bound by our exploration of death. But our paths have since diverged, never again to cross. Though that's hardly an uncommon fate for two friends. D was telling me that he discovered the mark of the centipede. The centipede is an ancient symbol of the curse mark. As long as whoever finds and uses it is not nefarious by nature, then we may be able to form an alliance. If only I could speak to them in person, and if they were like you, all the better.
So finding a centipede, which makes me think of, was one of the online ones. I think it was this, the Festering Bloody Finger. Yeah, it almost looked like it has centipedes coming out of it, so something to do with death. It's interesting. I wonder if that's related. And I say that honestly, I don't know if it is related or not. So now that we've learned that Roger and D are friends, let's go ahead and talk to him and ask about that.
Did you need something else?
Let's go ahead and ask about Roger.
Are you acquainted with a man named Roger? You know, the piteous fellow hiding away on the balcony. He was a formidable spellblade in times past. Don't let his easy air deceive you. He was wise beyond his years, stout of heart and clear of mind. No more, though. You see him now, ravaged by thorns, muttering and rambling, like he's half dead already. I can't stomach to watch. Take well the lesson, friend. That's how you end up when seduced by those who live in death. When grace is sullied, it rots people from the inside, breaks them.
That's really interesting. So it seems like Roger, I mean, obviously with that puddle or pool of blood, I had mentioned that Death Blight had affected Roger, which is what Dee here is suspecting. So that's very, very interesting stuff. And then he mentioned rotting from the inside, which is almost the exact same words that I used, not intentionally because he did, but about Stormvale Castle looking almost like it was rotting from the inside by death, which the body of Godwin being underneath it, which is a symbol of death. It's interesting stuff, a lot of interesting little connections here and there, but I mean, in the grand scheme, what does it mean? I don't know. I don't have enough to buy either of these right now. We'll probably buy those eventually, just to make sure we don't lose the opportunity to do that. And then I think there might be one more thing of dialogue from Roger, so let's check that. And actually talk instead of jump.
Oh, still need something?
Nope. Okay. I thought that there was something about the about him dying. That might come in a little bit. So Diallos does not have anything new to say. We've already spoken with Roderica, and in here we can upgrade.
Now, look at you. Those eyes of a challenger who's felled his mark. Find them well. Now lay out your arms.
Dang it, the one time he actually started saying something new, I skipped past one of the lines. I apologize for that. I just wanted to come over here and check to see something on... Ooh, so we can increase that one. I'm going to hold off for a little bit, though. And I know that we're not going to be able to upgrade Roger's rapier. Did I skip it already? No. Where are you? Oh, right here. Yeah, so we have to have 4 more smithing stone 3s to get it up to a +9. So I'm actually planning to use that in the next few episodes just to kind of switch things up a little bit. And let's just double check our selling. Might as well get some runes and possibly buy one of the spells from D. I think we only needed 2,500. That should do it. Okay. So the next thing we want to do is come in here and talk to Thea and get another hug from her. So hang on one second, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry for that quick pause. I am back. Let's go ahead and talk to Thea.
I am pleased to see you again. Would you like me to hold you once more?
So yes, we're going to go ahead and let her hold us.
Now, come closer.
I guess we're just jumping on that.
You are so very warm.
We got another Baldekin's Blessing, so we'll make sure to use that immediately after so that we don't lose any of our HP. Alright, and then after you speak with Roger and D, I think maybe just Roger, I don't know for sure if you have to talk with D, but this dialogue option comes up during this hug, so let's go ahead and talk in secret.
I was known as a deathbed companion. Where I come from, after I received the warmth and lively vigor from a number of champions, I lay with the remains of an exalted noble. To grant him another chance at life, to do so is the purpose of my being. But before I could bear the noble into new life, I was awakened by the guidance of grace and chased from my birthplace. Pray, be kind. Despite all that, I still wish to be a deathbed companion. So please, let me hold you like this, as often as it takes.
Okay, and then let's ask her, do you know?
My dear, have you ever heard of Black Knife Prince? Dear Roger likes to talk of them when abed, and the ancient plot in which the first of the demigods was slain. The black knives wielded by the assassins who committed the act, along with the impressions they made, somehow hide the truth of the conspiracy. These grand affairs are hardly my forte, but dear Roger began to weep as he spoke.
About the Black Knife print.
In truth, I've heard tell from someone else about the black knife prints that fascinate dear Roger so.
And we got a knife print clue.
But it wouldn't be right to give this to him, stuck as he is in the Roundtable Hold. Perhaps you could make use of it?
Alright, we found a simple map, and let's check our inventory. Or we will check our inventory. Okay, and that's it.
I am pleased to see you again. Would you like me to hold you once more? The blessing is still aflame in your breast, dear. Would you like to be held, regardless? Then good day to you, my dear.
So there's really no point in doing that again. Again, the mirror is still here if you want to change your character's appearance. Let's take a look in here, and we'll just use that real quick while we read the item description. The knife print clue. Simple map showing location of black knife print. A simple map given by Fia, a clue to the whereabouts of a black knife print. So we will come across that quite a bit later, I think. I'll have to double check its location just to be 100% sure. So let's go back and talk to Roger now that we've talked with Fia. And I'll see if that other dialogue thing came up. Or if I'm just imagining things.
Oh, still need something?
Okay, so I must be imagining things, and that is okay. Alright, so that is everybody here. Let's go ahead and switch our weapon to Roger's rapier. So it is, what was it at? 155 down to 136. Our scaling, the plus 33 is the same. Critical hits are going to do more damage. And this one has the Ash of War Glint Blade Phalanx. Let's read this one real quick, and then we can go use it. So, a piercing sword of superior quality featuring intricate ornamentation. Signature weapon of the sorcerer Roger. High dexterity is required to wield the blade to its full potential, but mastery is a sight to behold, characterized by a flowing style which excels in successive attacks. So successive attacks, I wonder if the Twin Blade Talisman would probably work well with this one too. The skill Glint Blade Phalanx. Skill used by the enchanted knights who serve the Carrion royal family. Form an arch of magic glint blades overhead, which will attack foes automatically. Follow up with a strong attack to chain this skill into a lunging thrust. Cool. So I haven't tried the follow-up with that, but we'll see if we can do that. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go here and accidentally talk to D. Let's come here to the table. And I wanted to double check the Ash of War for this one. So there is the Glint Blade Phalanx. That's what's already on there. You can change it, but we'll just leave this one on. And I wanted to double check and see if any of the other scalings would do more damage. So doesn't look like it. So standard is going to be pretty much the best option. So the 136 plus 33. That one lowers it, but the heavy is going to make it to so that it scales with strength only. This one will change it so that it scales with dexterity only, which may end up being a better deal later when we have a much higher dexterity attribute. And then quality is going to be more of an even split between strength and dexterity. So that one does significantly less. So it's what, 24 less on the base damage and only 11 or 9 more on the top. So then this one, it kind of splits it between magic and physical. See, but I don't think that that means that it does all of that combined. So I don't think that this necessarily makes it 204 plus 36. So I'm not exactly sure how the split damage works with that type of scaling. So all right, so that is good. And let's see, I'm just going to double check my notes and make sure I have talked to everybody here. So now we want to go back to Liurnia. Oh my gosh, I didn't even get the Side of Grace. That was dumb. Oi. Okay, so I'll try to remember to put a note at the beginning to make sure that you rest at that Side of Grace. So I'll go ahead and cut this part out and then meet you back at the Side of Grace. Okay, I am back at the Side of Grace. Let's go ahead and rest. We'll fully rest. So we do have a new NPC there. We're going to go talk to her in a moment. And we're going to have somebody else show up as soon as we rest. So there is Bach the Seamster. So he's closer, so let's just talk to him real quick.
Good to see you, Master. Do you remember me? Bach the demi-human. You helped me before and retrieved my sewing needle. Please, Master, allow me to serve you as your seamster. I can't make nothing from scratch, but I'm happy to make adjustments to your garments.
Hey, don't tell me.
Master, I was wondering, do you ever make adjustments to your garb yourself? I would, well, rather you let me do the job when possible, please. I don't ask anything in return, you know, and, well, I am your personal seamster after all.
Alright, so this is the same option that you can get at the Side of Grace for altering garments. The only difference really with having Bach do that for you is that when you select it, there is no cost, so you don't have to spend any runes on it.
Oh, going so soon? Please do be safe on your journeys.
So this is the only spot that he'll be, so he doesn't necessarily travel back and forth with you. So let's come over here and talk to this lady.
search of the distant light. If I might be so bold as to ask, would you donate any Shabriri grapes in your possession to me? My eyesight has been weak since birth, you see. I can't tell which way I'm supposed to go next, but when I eat one of those grapes, I can feel a distant light in the back of my eyes. It will lead me to my true duty as a finger maiden.
Okay, so in order to follow her storyline or her quest line to completion, we are going to go ahead and give her that Shabriri grape, which she's going to eat. And since we read the item description and knowing what that is, that's rather disgusting. But let's go ahead and give that to her.
Oh, many thanks to you. Now I can feel the distant light once more. You are most kind indeed. May the blessing of the fingers be upon you.
Let me get the as you wish emote.
You are most kind indeed. May the blessing of the fingers be upon you.
And that is all that we can do with her for right now. So let's go ahead and take a look at the weapon real quick. So the regular standard attacks. So it's a 6-hit combo. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the heavy attacks. So technically it's a 2-hit combo because you're only hitting the button twice, but each one stabs twice. So there's 1, 2, and then the charged heavy. So it looks very similar, but it's going to do more damage. Alright, and then if we ride over this way, we are going to find a path off to the side of Stormvale Castle. We're not going to ride it all the way down. There are some wolves here if you want to fight them. Don't really need Flintstone Arc. And let's go ahead and take this one down with the rapier. Bring it on. Cool. Oh, another one. Well, that worked really well. Alright, let's just take a look at the map real quick. So this is that side path that I mentioned from the Finger Reader Crone. When you come over here, you can take this path around, and that will bring you all the way to the lake-facing cliffs side of Grace. So if you want, you can completely skip Stormvale Castle and come up to Liurnia before defeating Godric. So that does skip or move ahead some of the NPC quests, like Melina, for example. Coming up here and resting at this side of Grace is going to trigger the invitation to the Roundtable Hold more quickly than waiting until you get to Weeping Peninsula. Or no, I don't know if that one works, but we did that and got the invitation when we went to Caelid and talked with Garank. So we just got a new crafting item, a crystal bud, and it's a young plant crystallized before it could mature, widely found in Liurnia Lake. Alright, and I think that is going to probably do it for my episode right now. I am very excited to get into Liurnia, but I don't want to just start it and only do one tiny little thing. So we're going to explore the top of these cliffs here. That's pretty quick and easy, and then we're going to start making our way down into the mist and the fog and properly explore everything. So some of the locations that were mentioned, this building right here is the Academy of Rhea Lucaria. Off to the right here and up, the cragged mountain looking thing over there is Mount Gelmir, and you can't really see it because of the Erd tree, but up on this cliffside over here is where we're going to end up and find Lanedell, which is the capital. So still a ton to explore in this game, and I absolutely love it, and I'm so excited to keep moving on. So let's go ahead and end here, and that's going to be it. So yeah, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next episode.